Very good morning, all of you. Our today's class is about decision tree in machine learning. We are going to see how to construct the decision tree in machine learning algorithm using certain rules and regulations. Before construction of the decision tree, we must know what is decision tree. So, what is a decision tree algorithm? First, decision tree algorithm falls under the category of supervised learning. So this type of decision tree algorithm coming under the category of supervised learning. We have seen three types of machine learning algorithms: supervised learning, unsupervised, and reinforced learning algorithms. Among this decision tree algorithm comes under supervised learning category. These algorithms can be used to solve both regression and classification problems. So there are two types of problems can be solved by using this algorithm. The problems are regression problems and classification problems. A decision tree uses the tree representation to solve the problem in which each leaf node corresponds to a label class, and attributes are represented on the internal node of the tree. So in this tree decision tree representation, each leaf node corresponds to the class label, and the attributes are represented on the internal node of the tree. There are two things in the decision tree. One is representing the class label, another one is representing the attributes. So the leaf node corresponds to the class label, and attributes are represented by the internal node of the tree. We can represent any Boolean function on discrete attributes using the decision tree. So if you have discrete attributes in your example, that can be represented using the Boolean function based on the decision tree algorithm. Example of decision tree. So we have taken one example for decision tree, how to construct the decision tree. A person is taken. That person decides whether to accept the job offer or not, based on some criteria. Whether to accept the job offer based on some criteria. So the decision will be accepting the offer or declining the offer. There are two types of decision. One decision is accepting the offer, yes. One decision is declining the offer, no. So for accepting the offer, we have some criteria. For this example, salary is between $15,000 to $18,000. If the salary is between $50,000 to $80,000, then the algorithm checks yes or no. If it is no, if the salary is not between these two, and if it is no, immediately decline the offer. The person declines the offer. And if it is yes, if the salary is okay, then again it goes for some criteria. He is checking whether the office is near to the home. If the office is not near to the home, immediately decline the offer. If salary is okay, if office is also near to the home, and again he is checking on condition whether the company provides the cab facility for going and coming. If no, the cab facility is not provided, then immediately decline the offer. If the cab facility is provided, then accept the offer. So we have criteria. What are the criteria? We are checking the salary is between $50,000 to $80,000, and whether the office is near to me, whether the company provides cab facility. So if these three criteria are satisfied, then only the person accepts the offer. So if not, it declines the offer. He declines the offer. So accordingly, the decision tree is constructed. Yes, no, yes, no. Based on that, the decision tree is constructed. In decision tree, the major challenge is to identify the attribute for the root node in each level. So here in decision tree, the challenge is here, we need to identify the attribute for the root node, which should be the root node in each level. That must be identified. That is a challenge in decision tree. That's what we are going to find out. So this finding out, identification of attribute selection is called, that process is called attribute selection. We have two popular attribute selection measures. One is called information gain and another one is Gini index. So based on these two attribute selection measures only, the decision tree is constructed. So first is information gain and another one is Gini index. Information gain. When we use a node in a decision tree to partition the training instances into smaller subsets, the entropy changes. Here the entropy is involved. The information gain is a measure of this change in entropy. Information gain is nothing but a measure of this change in entropy. Definition: suppose capital S is a set of instances, capital A is an attribute, S suffix V is a subset of capital S, that is set of instances, with A is equal to small v and values of attributes A, capital A is the set of all possible values of A, then gain of S comma attribute A similar to, equivalent to entropy of S minus summation of for all values of A S V divided by S into multiplication of entropy of SV. So this is the definition for information gain. We need to summarize this formula. And entropy, what is entropy? Entropy is the measure of uncertainty of a random variable. It categorizes the impurity of an arbitrary collection of examples. The higher the entropy, more the information content. So entropy equal to summation I is equal to 1 to C minus P of I star multiplied by log to the base 2 P of I. So here entropy is given with the formula. This formula also has to be summarized. Here the PI is nothing but the probability. So when we come to the example, we will come to know what is that. Entropy calculation. How to calculate the entropy? We have taken an example for the set of X is equal to A, B, 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 B. See, in the set of X contains 8 instances. There are 3 A instances, there are 3 B instances. So total instances 8, instances of B 5, instances of A 3. So how to calculate the entropy? Entropy is H of X, referred with the H of X. H of X is equal to minus 3 by 8. Probability of instances of A. Probability of A. So probability of A is 3 in this set. So 3 by 8. 3 by 3 is the instances of A, occurrences of A, and 8 is the total possibility, and 3 by 8 multiplied with log to the base 2, 3 by 8 plus, and coming to the second occurrence, second instance B. Instances of B comes 5 times, so 5 by 8 logarithmic base 2, 5 by 8. So if we calculate the value will be 0.954. So this is how the entropy is calculated. Building decision tree using information gain. So how to build a decision tree using information gain? Start with all training instances associated with the root node. So we must start with the root node. Use information gain to choose which attribute to label each node with. Note, no root to leaf path should contain the same discrete attribute twice. And recursively construct each subtree on the subset of training instances that would be classified down that path in the tree. So we need to start with the root node. So we need to find out the information gain for the attribute to choose for the node, and there should not be root to leaf path. There should not be any root to leaf path which should contain the same discrete attribute twice, and recursively do the process again and again. Finally you will obtain the decision tree. So the border cases are: if all positive or all negative training instances remain, label that node yes or no accordingly. If no attributes remain, label with the majority vote of training instances left at that node. If no instances remain, label with the majority vote of the parents' training instances. Parents' training instances. Example, we have taken one example. The training set contains 3 features and 2 classes. What are the 3 features? X, Y and Z are the 3 features, and 2 classes we have class number 1 and class number 2, which contains with the weight attribute C. So X, Y, Z holds values 0, takes values 0 or 1. Based on the value of 0 and 1, the C value is obtained. So X, Y, Z, if X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 1, Z is equal to 1, then the C will be first class. And X and Y are 1, if Z is equal to 0, then it takes first class. If X and Y are 0, Z is equal to 1, then it takes second class. And if X is equal to 1, Y and Z are 0, then it takes second class. Here we have 3 features and 2 output classes. So we need to construct the decision tree based on the feature X. So feature X, based on the feature X, the decision tree is constructed like this. So E parent for this equal to 1, gain is equal to, based on the formula is there given. Based on the formula, the value is calculated. 3 is the value, 3 by 4 is given. The 3 is the possibility of the first instance, the positive instance. 1 by 4 is given. 1 is the possibility of negative instance. So 4 is the total possibility. So each child 1 is calculated by using the entropy formula, and each child 2 is also calculated. So E parent is equal to 1, and gain is calculated, it is 0.3112. Each child 1 is calculated 0.9184. So based on the values of X and Z, X is equal to 1 and X is equal to 0, it is classified as class 1 or class 2 here. Similarly, it is splitted on the feature of Y also, and similarly it is entropy also. So the final tree will look like this. So the input will be first class, second class. When Y is equal to 1, it takes first class. When Y is equal to 0, it takes second class. Example, we have taken one example. The training set contains three features and two classes. What are the three features? X, Y and Z are the three features. In two classes we have class number 1 and class number 2, which contains with the word attribute C. So X, Y, Z holds values 0, takes values 0 or 1. Based on the value of 0 and 1, the C value is obtained. So X, Y, Z, if X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 1, Z is equal to 1, then the C will be first class. And X and Y, one example is taken like this. The indexes will be starting from 1 to 16, and A, B, C, D values are there. There are 4 attributes, and the target value E, the target value will be E, which holds positive or negative. So each A, B, C and D takes 16 values. Based on A, B, C, D values, the E is predicted here. In the data set above, there are 5 attributes, from which attribute E is the predicting feature, which contains 2 classes, which are positive and negative. We have an equal proportion for both classes. In Gini index, we have to choose some random values to categorize each attribute. These values for this data set are here. For obtaining the Gini index, we have to choose some random values from the data set given. So what are the random values chosen based on our example? For the variable A, the random values chosen are greater than or equal to 5 and less than 5. For B, it is 3.0, that is greater than or equal to 0 or less than 3.0. For C, 4.2 is the random value, so it is greater than, C is greater than or equal to 4.2 or less than 4.2. D, for D, the random value is chosen as 1.4, so it is categorized as greater than or equal to 1.4 and less than 1.4. So random value is chosen for one variable, and based on that random variable, two categorization has been done for each variable. So if you take a random variable 5 is chosen, and it is categorized with 2 as greater than or equal to 5 and less than 5. Entropy calculation. How to calculate the entropy? We have taken an example for the set of X is equal to A, B, 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 B. See, in the set of X, X contains 8 instances. There are 3 A instances, there are 3 B instances. So total instances 8, instances of B 5, instances of A 3. So how to calculate the entropy? Entropy is H of X, referred with the H of X. H of X is equal to minus 3 by 8. Probability of instances of A. Probability of A. So probability of A is 3 in this set. So 3 by 8. 3 is the instances of A, occurrences of A, and 8 is the total possibility, and 3 by 8 multiplied with log to the base 2, 3 by 8 plus, and coming to the second occurrence, second instance B, instances of B comes 5 times, so 5 by 8 logarithmic base 2, 5 by 8. So if we calculate the value will be 0.954. So this is how the entropy is calculated. Now calculating Gini index for variable B. Similarly, the variable B, for variable B, the Gini index is calculated. So Gini of 5, 7 equal to 0.4460, value less than 3 from 4. For that also Gini value is calculated, which is 3, 1, that is equal to 1. So by adding weight and sum of each Gini indices, we will be getting the value for the variable B, target variable B will be 0.3345. So using the same approach, we can calculate the Gini index for C and D attribute. Now see the root node here, the minimum value, as I told you before, in the Gini value, the minimum value is preferred first for the root node. The minimum value is prepared for the first for the root node. So for A it is 0.45, for B it is 0.33, for C it is 0.2, for D it is 0.273. So among these 4 values, C is having the minimum value, which is 0.2. So C will be the root node now. So in this tree, this is how we have obtained the tree. First we have find out how which should be the root node. So among all the 4 values, the C holds the minimum Gini value index, so C should be the root node. So we have found out C should be the root node. So how we have found out so far? Similarly, we have to find out the Gini value index for all the remaining variables. Then the next level we have to find out. We have to find out the next level subtree, and leaf node, etc. So we have to follow this step recursively. Finally, we will get the tree like this. So this is the example decision tree for the example which we have taken before.